Hi, I'm Rodney, and I'm so happy to introduce you to Valerie, who'll be leading us in the UZIT Module 2, focusing on integrate, energize, and focus. You've been in education all your life, and now you get to educate people and use it. Why is that special?
It's special to me because when I did my training and used it, I realized that the symptoms of fatigue and anxiety and depression and burnout were things that I experienced every day with my colleagues. And to bring that into the school and to help educators understand that they could take care of themselves was an important piece for me. So it's wonderful to be able to have those tools and to educate others.
So you mentioned self-care. So initially, this is about self-care.
It's completely about self-care. When I think about the modalities that we learn, just that simple pause and the inhale and exhale, that we can do it at any time. So to have those tools readily available and to take care of ourselves first, and then from there to branch out to service to others.
You've become a Reiki master, and how are you seeing Reiki as an important part of this self-care?
So when I learned all the modalities, the one that spoke to me the most was Reiki. And even though I still weave and incorporate all the modalities when I'm approaching anything, Reiki stands out the most. I believe that the simple hand positions where we're standing in a grocery store and we can put our hand over our heart or just on our belly, or we're sitting with somebody and we may have a hand on their knee or their shoulder. All of this really starts to begin to provide a moment where we can just not only settle ourselves, but also provide a moment for others to settle themselves.
So you've seen this have a lot of good effects for the people you've trained, from students in special education to teachers to a lot of people you work with. Give us one example of a student that really has benefited from the use it method.
We had a really wonderful opportunity recently to be guest speakers at a elementary school, and we asked these very young kindergarten kids, maybe 4 to 5 years old, to get in a circle. And as they got into a circle, we were showing just simple placing hands on shoulders. And they immediately, although they were facing in the circle, they immediately turned to this little like line around, and they just immediately put their hands on each other's shoulders. And it was just so nice to see that they were already adopting what they saw us doing and benefiting from that moment together.
Wow, that's incredible. And like you, for instance, what's your go-to oil? What's your go-to hand position? What's your go-to restorative pose? What's your go-to meditation or breath work? Just give me a rundown. Like, what do you go to for yourself to restore yourself?
I always think of certain situations that I go into, and I think I mentioned that my oil that I would usually take with me is frankincense or lavender, depending if I'm in the hospital, probably lavender, and frankincense definitely for just my own centering. So if I'm in the car, I might breathe my oil in the car or have my oil in the car drop on my hand. A lot of times when I meet patients or clients or students, I want to first settle myself. So maybe in my car, I might have the oil there. Sometimes I can't always bring an oil into a particular environment, but I can at least provide it for myself. And then I'll go into whatever room it is and go to my inhale, exhale, just to settle myself. My go-to hand positions are either the heart or the belly, just because it looks so warm to other people. It's not hard to do at all. And then a restorative is definitely laying down in what we call Supta Baddha Konasana, but laying down with back support to relieve the lower back, to give our head support, and then to place our knees into a wide angle support where there's an openness, but also benefit to the body as well. As far as meditation and breath awareness or breath, I would definitely do the pause, inhale, exhale. Meditation is sitting quietly in a safe and secure place in my own house or again in the room.
That's incredible. So you go to these things yourself often.
I do. I have a presence at Alta Bates here. I live in the Bay Area, so there are a lot of communities that we're involved in right now. So I go to Alta Bates. We're actually online since COVID. We have a weekly presence with patients, and we bring all of the modalities, the simple movements. Usually they have just experienced a stroke or their days from surgery since it's on a acute rehab floor. We have a presence with Oakland Unified, so we're visiting schools all the time, working with both teachers and students. And then I recently started a Reiki community clinic where my practitioners were using all of these modalities as well, even though our focus is Reiki. So lots of opportunities to engage with others and do some community building at the same time.
So that's incredible service to others. So give us your one reason why people should take this training. Like what do you think they're going to really get from this training that you're providing, this use it training?
You know, I always go back to the Reiki trainings that I do now. And a lot of people, when they sign up for a training, they're thinking about service to others, but they realize during the training that it's really about self care and about the journey that they take first before providing for others. So I think everything that we're going to provide in this opportunity, this training, this offering is to really um, have the tools in our own toolkit first and to work with ourselves first, discover ourselves, see what works for ourselves, and have the knowledge before we go out and serve others, which will happen naturally.
It's amazing. In this training, I mean, obviously people are going to be um, presented with a couple different restorative body positions. They're going to be presented with some breath work, presented with some meditations, body awareness meditations, with oils, and also with Reiki. And the confluence, really, the coming together of these meditations have been really empowering for a lot of people. What do you think about these so far as the combination that Use It uses?
Mm. I love the weaving of the modalities. I think that it's just such a beautiful pairing, and it doesn't mean that we always use all of the modalities. Maybe we may just use one modality, but at least we have them all there for us. And we may think that we know these so well, but sometimes working within a group and working with each other, we learn a little bit more of a nuance or a little bit more of an adjustment that may make these modalities even more accessible, not only to our bodies, but to other people's bodies as well.
You've taught this before, Val. You've taught Use It online. You've taught these practices. How is this working online? How, do you think the community still gets strong? Do you think the information is still shared in a way that people can utilize it?
You know, when COVID was more prevalent, that just kind of opened up the online access. And I always kind of wondered how this was going to translate. But it's so interesting that even though we're computer to computer, there's a lot of energy that still is relayed. And I feel that the practice together and the learning together is just as strong as if we're in person. So I totally believe in doing these courses online. It makes it more accessible for everybody, and they can be in the comfort of their own home, which is really nice. But we have access to each other in many different ways, so it's still just as powerful.
And you also seem to like build a pretty strong community even online. Like people really seem to like be able to access each other in a real way. So even though you're not adjusting someone's yoga posture, there's this transference of community. Speak a little
I
bit about the communities that have grown up with you teaching these.
I've taken other trainings, and whenever we do this breakout room, it's just incredible when you don't know anybody at all and you have these 3 or 4 questions that you're talking about or sharing, how close you become. And I've just been able to, I'll be looking forward to doing some online Reiki training soon. And it's, again, there's no boundaries with online courses, and I don't see anything less in regards to the strength of the training by it being an online course.
Amazing. And so you're teaching these use it course 1 and 2. And well, you specifically, Val, are teaching the use it course number 2.
hmm
Do I have to take one before 2, or can I come in at your course, or what's the order here?
So my course will be on integrate, energize, and focus. And because the modalities that we're teaching, the restoratives, the essential oils, the Reiki, because there's no real sequence to having those particular goals of integrate, energize, and focus before the other 3 that Lori Bauer will be focusing on. So it's quite interchangeable. You can do 1, 2, 2, 1, any combination of.
That's right. So the use it one course will be on rest, ease, and levity. Yours is on integrate, energize, and focus. And so one doesn't necessarily come before the other. So the self care courses can be done out of order in that case. And you're really
Yeah.
going to learn the methodology. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to come back and learn from my sis. Uh, because you've really been out in the field and really utilized these things that a lot of us senior teachers have, devised, incorporated through our years of experience. But it's really incredible to see it work in the field. And uh, it's just been a wonder, Val, to watch you as a great educator, 45, 50 years of educating people take on these wonderful subjects of self care.
Thank you. I mean, it's been a long journey of beginning in UCLA with the medical center and working with doctors and nurses in 2010 and then continuing since then. So everything's changing, but I think some things are very stable and very balanced. And that's the practice of use it, which we take with us every single moment. It's not like it has to be just for a class or just for a training. It serves its purpose every moment in our lives. So I look forward to imparting all of this to anybody who joins, and please sign up. It'll be wonderful to build a new community together.
I think you touched on another important thing I just want to highlight at the end here is a lot of people, after they really take care of themselves, they really want to share and serve others. And really, a lot of people feel helpless in situations in the world. But now, when they have the use it methodology behind them, they actually have a way to serve. And as we know, service really helps you break down your own loneliness. And it also really is one of the big roots of happiness.
Yeah. It's it's wonderful to have, and again, it validates us and it gives us a way to be involved in a real beneficial way for ourselves and for others. So thank you for the opportunity.
Well, thank you for being like an amazing teacher of this methodology that we have evolved and are continuing to evolve because of great people like you in the field making it happen.
There's a question that I have, Rod. We work in many communities here where some people may not be able to afford the program, the training, and I'm just wondering if there are scholarships available for those who are interested but don't have the financial means.
Thank you, Val. That's very important. And we always want to make use it methodology available to everyone at any time. Please email info@uzit.org to request information about scholarships. You can write a 1,500-word essay explaining how this training is going to help you serve others, where you tend and want to share the UZIT training in your community, and how much financial support you're requesting. That will really help us to tailor any scholarship towards you.
Yay. Thank you, Rod. It's great.
Thanks, Val.